a 200 MHz Pentium CPU with MMX technology, 16 megabytes of RAM, and a 1.7 gigabyte hard drive, running Windows 95 and operated with a 2-button ball mouse. It was with this beast of a machine that in 1996 I finally got to play. Only about a week after getting the computer and starting to play Quake, my uncle caught me playing it like this. And he was like, no, kid, step aside. And he entered into the console the magic word. And from that moment on, I've played all 3D first-person shooters with WASD and the mouse, just like everyone else. But after playing lots of Doom for this channel, and using the keyboard only for that like I always have, it got me thinking, what was it like to play Quake with keyboard controls only? It's been so long that I've forgotten, and maybe it's kind of fun and interesting. Let's find out together. And if I'm going to control it old school, I'm going to play it old school. Let's fire it up in DosBox. Okay, attempt number 2 to play Quake just in DosBox. So what you won't have seen before is that, unfortunately, music isn't going to play. It's a compromise that I'm going to have to make to be able to play this in DosBox. But yeah, I was just playing and I got all the way through to map 2 just before, and my video card absolutely pooed its pants. Everything just went bright red and I couldn't see a damn thing, and even when I quit out using keyboard shortcuts, it was dunskies. I had to just hard reset my computer. So let's try this again. And if you've got a keen eye, you may be noticing that the timing's all off, but there is a way to fix that. The magical vid_wait1 seems to put the timing back to something reminiscent of what we expect. Quake in DosBox, and I'm going to use it keyboard controls only. So I explained all this before, but let's explain it again. It controls pretty much exactly like Doom in terms of shift running, left and right arrow keys to turn, control shoots the weapon, you hold alt, and then the arrow keys make you strafe. But of course now we can jump. And something pretty cool that we'll see when we get to it is that it does auto-aim, and it does automatically look you up and down. There, you can see it on the stairs. I'm going up the stairs, so it tilts my view up automatically. But you can look up and down anyway, with keys. And then you can center your view as well. And as you can see what I'm doing, we're not playing it on just the hard mode. No. We're playing it on the secret skill. The Well of Wishes awaits me in the Crypt of Decay, so Nightmare mode, of course. And here we go, Quake, E1M1. And I have to admit, so I've been playing it a little bit this afternoon while trying to get the technical stuff sorted out so that I could actually record this video. And of course, just now, before my video card shat itself, I don't know whose fault that is, whether that's OBS or Quake or a combo of them both, DosBox, all of them not playing nicely together. But Nightmare skill in OG Quake is nowhere near as difficult as in Doom. In fact, I personally find it pretty much necessary to play this way to have anything close to a challenge. But now I'm adding in the keyboard, so I do usually play Quake with the mouse and keyboard, just like everybody else. And like I said in the intro, I'm deliberately doing this for a bit of fun, just to see what it's like. And so far it just feels like playing Doom, really. I can see why these were the default controls that came with Quake when you first installed it all the way back in '96. They expected you to be using the keyboard still even then. And like I mentioned in the intro, to actually use mouse look like in a conventional way compared to modern times, you had to go into the console and type a command there, mlook, plus mlook. It wasn't even an option in the options menu. Okay, let's make use of the quad damage. Excuse me, fellows. So I'm very tempted now to only maybe play map 1 and save other maps for individual videos just because I've missed a switch. Just because, yeah, my video card might be moments away from just absolutely pooing its pants, like I said. That was bizarre. Really bizarre. And of course the footage corrupted because I'm only recording to MP4 format these days. Ah, damn it, die. Which is a bit silly in moments like that. Otherwise it might have been funny to show you an MKV it may have recorded all that bright red and you would have got to see what the hell happened. Oh well. So I'm racing through this now pretty decently. Yeah, so here I have to look because I don't think auto aim is going to help me out very much with that guy. And it gives me a moment to talk about something kind of weird. Obviously with mouse look, I'm sure you're all aware that there is such a thing as invert mouse, because apparently some people like it that when you move the mouse up, it will look down, and when you move the mouse down, it will look up. And it's kind of like imagining there's a big hand on the back of your head, and so when you're pushing the mouse forwards, it's as if you're pushing your head down, and vice versa when you're like pulling the mouse down, it's like pulling your head up with a big hand on the back of your head. So I understand the logic and why some people like it that way, but I don't. I just play with the conventional mouse, up for up and down for down. But with the keyboard, I actually like having the keys inverted. So I actually have look set to page up and page down, but page up goes down and page down goes up, and then end is what's centering my view. You know, call me crazy. I mean, it's crazy enough that I'm even playing it with the keyboard, let alone, you know, using the inverted keyboard controls, but it just is what it is. It feels a bit more natural with the keyboard for some reason. I wonder if that was a thing. Anyway, obviously I'm smashing through E1M1 because we've all seen E1M1 of Quake a million times. Oh yeah, with swimming, C is to swim down, and then just space will make you swim up. So even though you couldn't crouch in Quake 1, they may have already been thinking about the whole idea of using C to, you know, crouch and move you down. They just didn't implement it yet. Pretty minorly interesting. Okay, let's go into E1M2. I'll try playing E1M2 and just pray that my video card plays nicely this time. Okay, and what I think I'm going to try and do... I'm not sure if this... I'm not much of a Quake 1 aficionado in terms of the modern scene, but I'm going to do pistol starter, aka shotgun start. I'm not sure if that's like a thing in Quake circles, but I'm going to give it a go. I assume these maps were designed to be able to be played that way. And it is kind of fun and interesting. I had a little bit of a go of it this Savo. And yeah, it makes it a lot harder. These maps are much harder to just start with only the shotgun, because right now I'd have a super shotgun, a nail gun, all that sort of stuff. And look, I'm dealing with an ogre with just this single shotgun. I mean, okay, I'm sort of cheesing him now. But you can easily cheese ogres in Nightmare mode in Quake 1. See, that auto look down the stairs there, I don't want that. But yeah, because they just spam grenades, so if you're standing far enough back, they'll try and hit you with grenades, but they can't. So it's nice and easy to just, you know, get rid of them. And it was around in this room that my video card shut itself, but I'd already been here several times, so I think that's just a coincidence, to be honest. Whoop! I'm getting shot. Oh god, and the keyboard turning is not very precise. I was managing to shoot either side of the guy. I mean, yeah, it's obvious why everyone went to the mouse, right? This is tougher even than in Doom. It feels like it's a lot less precise. Okay, at least now we have some heavier weapons. Die, Scrag. That's what they call it, Scrags. So this is the way to deal with ogres around a corner like this, I think. And do I want to go and get secrets now? Maybe. Let's go and get some of these secrets while I think of it. And so yeah, the crispiness, by the way, I haven't even talked about that. I did before, and yeah, I'm having to try and remember what I said before. This is just the default resolution, because I'm just loading it up in DosBox, so I guess it must be like 320 by 240. This is how crispy it looks. If you're watching this on a PC monitor, then it's probably the physical size of what you're looking at is probably pretty similar to how it was back in the day on your typical CRT T monitor. And yeah, it would have looked, you know, just as chunky as this. And here's a secret that I will definitely be saving for the last room. But now we go back in here. Another dude has come to play. You've got to be careful, yeah, okay, careful not to walk straight into a million grenades like I just did. Fortunately, there's some health here. I'm still getting used to dodging in Quake. This is not the way I usually play with the keyboard. And so getting the timing of the dodging and everything, still don't have it down. I will have to improve to make it through any of the later episodes if I play that far. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm just going to play map 1 and 2, so I'll finish after playing map 2 in this video at least. But, you know, if you guys are interested, I might play all the rest of Quake, or at least the whole rest of episode 1. Because why not? I've actually been really meaning to play Quake Remastered all the way through. I haven't done that yet, but as you can see, I'm doing this for a bit of fun in old school DosBox, just to, you know, get the keyboard thing going, playing it old school, that kind of thing. But Quake Remastered is, you know, the better way to play the game these days, obviously. Okay, now I have to dodge through these nails one more time. Please, video card, you only need to make it like another 5 minutes tops, not even that really. And now we get to see the knights. I always thought, you can see it out the window over here in a sec after I've taken care of these guys, that the sky in Quake 1 is really cool with like that parallax effect. Oh yeah, there's an ogre here. Ooh. I was dodging so much better the Savo when I didn't have to think about, you know, talking. It really is a lot more difficult when you're not fully able to concentrate. But that's the trials and tribulations I put myself through to make these videos. Okay, well, we're pretty much ready to use this, so let's go. This thing really helps with this area, as you might imagine. Let's just get the fiends out here so that hopefully we've got full quad damage to deal with them. Oh damn, okay, my health's not amazing. I'm gonna have to pick up some because this room is still scary, quad damage or not. Okay, it's run out before I've had the chance to take care of the ogre, but that's alright. I'll just be careful. Okay, I think, oh yeah, end centers my view. Okay, I'm getting the timing on the dodging a bit better, but did you see how it like looked down because it thought that I wanted to walk the stairs there? That's something I'm going to have to try and get used to and accommodate for. Alright, and then it should be just these dudes. And is that everything? Yeah, it is. See, I remember how to play these early levels because I played them so many times. So there we go. E1M1 and E1M2 of Quake 1 with keyboard controls in DosBox Quake. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was a little bit of strange, interesting fun, and let me know what you think. I'll be more than happy to play through more Quake going forwards in the future. I'm probably going to do episode 1 no matter what you guys say, but whether I go on with the whole rest of the game, episodes 2, 3, and 4, let me know. Maybe you prefer to see it in remastered or something like that. But yeah, keyboard controlled Quake. It's actually pretty fun. It's not that hard. I would recommend maybe, you know, you can do it in remastered. The only reason I'm not doing it there is to also add this extra layer of nostalgia and the looking up and down automatically and some of the exact mechanics they didn't do in remastered as far as I can see. So to get the full vanilla experience of how it was to play on the keyboard back in '96, gotta go old school. Oh, I actually forgot, but I wanted to show you something as well, which is pretty cool. In old school DOS Quake, when you actually quit the game, you get one of these red screens just like in Doom. So here it is. Just chuck it up here just for a quick sec. What's it called in the, it's just called End Doom in the WAD files. They still had an End Doom for Quake. Kind of fun. Right, now I'm out. Peace.